All right. Looking good here. Let's see, looking good over there. Yep, check. Looking good there. Check. Looking good there. Check, check, check. Oh, look at all those books. Woo-wee. Hey, everybody. What is up tonight? Welcome, welcome. Black Order, good to see ya. Who else popped in here? Leonard, hello. Jazzy, Old Lady Oz, what's up? Good to see y'all again. Thanks for coming in. One more time, my friends. I am Chris. This is the Cool and Common Stream. This is a special Thursday night edition of my Wednesday night book show. Yeah, I had a little something going on last night. Wasn't able to do it Wednesday, so I gave it the push to Thursday. So it's very good to see y'all. I'm not usually here on a Thursday, but like I said, we do what we can do when we can do it. So here we are. All right. So here's what I have in store for tonight. I have almost 40 books or so sitting there in the store. None of the books you see in front of you are in the store. So these are the ones we will run and gun with here, right? The stacks there. New. Some of you might have seen these before. I have a whole box of these detective magazines, real life murder mystery stories, all the kind of true crime stuff. If anybody's interested in that, let me know. I got a box I can show them. We'll get rid of them cheap, especially if it's in a bundle. But right now, it makes a great backdrop. I got. I've also got this cool little 6-book Whodunit collection. 6 books, 1998, in the slipcase. Mini mysteries for you to solve. So each book has a series, I believe, of puzzles, mind game twisters, and stuff like who. They give you the facts, and you got to figure out who did it. All that kind of fun stuff. And then I've got more than a handful of special vintage books with the cool Hubba Hubba covers. Ladies in Distress. Oh, and then some. All right. So that's what's up tonight. So if you see anything in the store you're interested in, let me know. Shout it out. Otherwise, I'm gonna work left to right. I'm just gonna grab a handful, and we'll start running some stuff. All right, here we go. Welcome, welcome, everybody. All right, here we go. This is Nancy Pickard's But I Wouldn't Want to Die There. Jen Kane Mystery, Star Pocketbooks. That spine has never been cracked. Brand new. Ordinarily Massachusetts native Jenny Kane would be thrilled to spend time in New York, but her good friend Carol has just been brutally murdered. I hate when that happens. A mugging gone wrong, say the police, and Jenny's been tapped to step into Carol Shoes as temporary director of the Heart Foundation. Jenny soon finds that almost everybody Carol knew had, if not a motive to kill, at least a grudge. There you go. Looks in great shape. Like new. Let me get a year for you. 1993, first pocketbook printing. July 1994. Nancy Packard, but I wouldn't want to die there. Alright, we are using the new Whatnot system, so books are going to go media, I think until we get over 5 pounds, something like that. So for right now, $3, up and running on the brand new Nancy Pickard, but I wouldn't want to die there. How are you guys finding the new shipping stuff for yourselves? Let me know. Let me know what you think. So far, I've had good feedback. The Ground Advantage prices. I used to do everything flat rate, priority mail. Um, but people have said that the rates, obviously ground rate, depending on the weight, but generally speaking, Ground Advantage is cheaper, and it's getting there just about the same, within those 3 days, if not a day or so later. So people don't seem to be too Upset about that. Anyway, this is Evan Hunter, The Blackboard Jungle. Got a little wear, but it is a classic book. So we'll run it cheap for you. It's got the tanning on the inside. This is the 1954 original story, first Dell, 1966. First Dell printing, 1966, with some wear. About $1 on that one. 20 seconds, $1. Nice read. The Blackboard Jungle. Last few seconds. Pause in effect. Good to see you. All right, put that one over here for now. Next, my friends, Nightcap by J.C.S. Smith. Signet mystery. Spine nice and clean. A little bit of edge wear. A fine locked skyscraper mystery should attract many admirers. Ex-transit cop Quentin Jacoby is moving up in the world from the grime and crime in New York's subways to security chief at the Pinnacle Room in the Trejo Hot restaurant at the top of one of the city's tallest buildings. The first night of his second career may be his last. His client is found skewered on one of his own bruschettes. Hate when that happens. Kind of ruins the dinner. Yeah, alright. Nightcap. Any Kennedy Ryan? Ooh, good call out. Let me check. I don't think so, but let me check over here. Negative on the Kennedy Ryan. Negative on the Kennedy Ryan. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate it. All right, love this cover. They got the kind of that flat satin background and then 8 Perfect Murders in glossy red. Very cool. Peter Swanson, 8 Perfect Murders. How do you get away with murder? Make it look impossible. Definitely been read. All right. Spine shows some creasing. Not quite square. Nice white pages. Good looking book. A simple list. The most brilliant murders in fiction. And they're listed here. Now someone is using the list to leave a trail of corpses all across New England. And the man who created it may be next. All right. Copycat Killer. 8 Perfect Murders. Copycat Killer story. $3. 20 seconds. Up and running. Colby Cheese. Good to see you. Mary, thanks for stopping in. Happy to see you. Hope you're enjoying your week so far. Got a nice relaxing weekend planned, the wife and I. It's our wedding anniversary tomorrow. 33 years. Thank you very much. 33 years. Woohoo! Loving every minute of it. An Inspector Morse mystery, Colin Dexter, The Silent World of Nicholas Quinn. This one, looking brand new. Nice one. UK, Canada, Australia. It's an import. Pages are just off-white. It's like 1977. Wow. Nice one. Pan Crime, Colin Dexter, Inspector Morse. Chief Inspector Morse was called to investigate the murder of an Oxford academic and found the Doms in uproar. The code of integrity had been breached, and Quinn's death wasn't a question of how or why, but when. The Silent World of Nicholas Quinn, Colin Dexter. $3. 20 seconds up and running. Who else is popping in here? Laura, good to see you. Shelby, what's up? Shelby's back. Davis, welcome. Good to see you. Anybody reading anything good lately? I'm still reading trying to slog my way through a Stephen King book. His werewolf stories. I love this. This is my favorite cover out of every book in here. I love this cover. If I could get a poster of this cover, it would be the background of all my murder mystery shows. Triple Shot, a Maggie Thorson. Look at that. How cool is that? Deadly Grind. Pun intended, I presume. Coffee house owner Maggie Thorson needs every drop of her bracing new autumn roast. Something decidedly unaromatic is plaguing customers and staff at Uncommon Grounds historic train depot location when a scoop-hungry investigative reporter finds the body of a real estate agent hidden in a secret room below. Maggie isn't the only one in hot water. Oh my God, how many coffee puns can you fit in one description of a book about murder at a coffee at a coffee joint? All right, $3, 20 seconds. No upcharge for the puns. The puns are free. Thrifty Scholar, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Goat repellent. Oh man, goat repellent. Ooh, I'm trying to think. What would good goat repellent be? All right. Thanks for checking that one out. If anybody does want to see anything that's in the store, let me know. I got them all sitting right here next to me. Everything we're showing now, everything back here is not in the store. Everything back here is not in the store. And everything that's in the store is in the store. See how that works? A spectacular new direction in mystery, The Black Moon. Mega Mysteries. So here is a compilation book of murder mystery stories by some really cool authors. Nice and square, clean, little edge wear. Otherwise, fantastic shape. Let's see who's in here. Robert Randisi, Lauren Estelman, W.R. Philbrick, L.J. Washburn, and Ed Gorman. Link's books. First printing, 1989, June, The Black Moon. Nice one. Let's do it. Black Moon, $3, 20 seconds. Up and running. If you see anything there you might want to bundle up, I am the king of bundles. I'm always happy to bundle books together for you. No problem at all. Just let me know in the chat. That's why I'm here. All right, up next, check this out. This is a brand new Joseph Wambaugh, The Secrets of Harry Bright. If anyone's into Wambaugh, there is one. I got a hardcover in the store right now of Wambaugh also. So again, happy to bundle those together. You know, for example, back here behind the Whodunits, I got a bunch of John Gardner, uh, 007 James Bonds. If anybody's into that, Mario Puzo, Omerta, Prizzy's Family. Want to throw a couple of mob books together. All right. Oh, speaking of mob stuff, I got a great watch recommendation for you. Let's run this one. Raucous cops, outlaw bikers, suntan celebrities all collide in a steamy landscape swirling with natural beauty and unnatural death. Looks in great shape. Joseph Wambaugh, The Secrets of Harry Bright. All right, let me look. I gotta look something up here real quick because I gotta make sure I get the correct name for you. It's on a show on Netflix. And trucks are waiting at the dock. The last thing you want is to make sure what was it called? Keep your warehouse moving. Granger, Bad mistakes, yeah.
When shipments are rolling out. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who
All
get
right.
it done.
Oops, there we go. Okay, no love for the Harry. All right. So here's my recommendation. If you like murder mystery stuff, especially stuff with a mob twist, check out Bad Mistakes on Netflix. Bad Mistakes on Netflix. All right. It's a show by some of the creative team that did Schitt's Creek, and you'll recognize some of the actors in there. Also the writer, right? So, but he took, he tried to figure how can I make dark comedy and a mob story go together, and he did a pretty good job. I just finished watching the last episode of season 1 this evening, and the whole season I really liked it. It is not, if you're a fan of Schitt's Creek, it is not Schitt's Creek. All right, but if you like kind of dark, sick kind of jokes, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's a family story in there, all kinds of fun stuff. All right, books. We're selling books, not TV. Robin Cook, Invasion, first time in print. This is the NBC TV tie-in, and it's in great shape. Look at that. Look at that. That is square as square gets. If that was any more square, it'd be my high school math teacher. All right. Yeah, fantastic condition. All right, Robin Cook. I do have a big, if there are any Robin Cook fans, I do have a big chunk of Robin Cook sitting in the store also. All right, Buffalo, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Melly, what's up? All right, one of my all-time favorite authors, Michael Crichton. Rising Sun. Again, this was the motion picture tie-in. Who was this? This was Wesley Snipes. Yeah, Wesley Snipes was in this. Um, Good movie. This is one of those movies, one of his movies that came out pretty nice, I think. A little bit of edge wear, but the spine is clean. Spine is nice and clean. Page is just off white. Great story. I love that story too. It was at the bleeding edge of cameras being everywhere and people able to manipulate digital imagery for the very first time. So that's a big tie-in with the plot here, which was very novel at the time. Not like today when you can tell your phone to draw you a picture of you in a monkey suit swinging from the Empire State Building on the moon, right? And it does it. A little bit of a different tie-in with this, but similar in concept. Okay, not the monkey thing. Carolyn G. Hart, Design for Murder. Again, another one, brand new. When mystery bookstore owner Annie Lawrence is invited to stage a mystery night for the annual Antebellum House Tour of Historical Preservation Society of Chastain, South Carolina, she instead finds herself the leading lady in a flesh and blood drama. All right, sounds like somebody took the murder mystery a little too seriously. $3, 20 seconds. Last 5 seconds on Design for Murder. All right, up next, The Prosecutor. An angry, stunning book that leaves one numb with rage and frustration. Oh, please, give me more. The Prosecutor by James Mills. Little white crease on the edge. Some edgeware, a little chipping. A searing portrayal of James C. Mosley, hard-working assistant DA and chief of the Homicide Bureau in Queens County, New York City. Light tanning on the outside edges. You got the nice red on the foredge, top and bottom. Very nice. I think this is the 70s we're looking at here. Pocketbook edition, 1970. Yeah, how about that? Prosecutor, James Mills. That same gritty era of murder mystery writing, TV shows. Lots of great 70s detective shows out there. Last few seconds. There's the prosecutor. All right. Up next, the innocent Ian McEwan. Another one. Real nice shape. No creasing on the spine. See if we can get a little blurb here. The setting is Berlin. In this divided city wrenched between East and West, so it's pre-reunification Germany. East and West Berlin comes 25-year-old Leonard Marnham, assigned to a British-American surveillance team. He becomes a pawn in an international plot that's never fully revealed. All right, international espionage. At the Berlin Wall, before the fall of the Berlin Wall, the innocent Ian McEwan up and running for only $3. Alrighty, up next, Dorothy Gilman, The Unexpected Mrs. Polifax. I do have several Mrs. Polifax novels sitting there in the store too. Again, if anybody's interested, you want to bundle a bunch of them together, more than happy to do so. Do $2 a book if you want to bundle 3 or more. First Valentine edition, December 1983. Like new on that spine. A little corner edgeware, but otherwise, fantastic looking book. Oh, let's just do 2 on this one. Nice looking paperback. Last few seconds here. Grab the last few out of there. All right, put these back here. And I'm getting ready for that next stack number 2. Still want everybody to see stack 1 who pops in. All right, there we go. Dorothy Gilman. Put her over there. All right, let's get the Whodunit collection out the side so we can see the back a little better. There we go. All right. Up next. This is the first. There are a bunch of James Bonds down there, but here's the first one. James Bond in Scorpius. This is a John Garner book. Been read. Got the cancel stamp on the outside edge there. Got a little name, initials on the inside. I think I'm gonna bundle all those together. Unless anybody's interested in this one in particular, let me know. But maybe we'll do a big James Bond bundle when I get the rest of those out. I think that makes sense to me. They're all kind of red. They're not in the best shape, so it would make a nice reader lot. The Troubleshooter, Ellery Queen, The Black Heart's Murder, never before published. So first printing of this story. Very nice paperback. Where is Harlan James? He was the indicted bail-jumping leader of Banbury's militant Blackhearts, who had gone underground, but whose rage, still heard on tape, was edging the city towards interracial terror. Harlan James called for violence, for black protests, demonstrations, political action against the city's white leaders, but did he also call for or commit murder? Well, probably not, is my guess. Ellery Queen, The Black Heart's Murder. $3, 20 seconds. Silk Pajamas, good to see you. Last few seconds. All right. Ellery Queen. There is more Ellery Queen. Actually, I have a giant hardcover of Ellery Queen if anybody's interested. We got this great. Oh my God, I love this. Edgar Rice Burroughs' The Oakdale Affair. Fantastic cover illustration by the one and only Frank Frazetta. Frazetta cover. People, because Frazetta is so strongly associated with fantasy paintings like this, in this level of detail, people don't realize The Oakdale Affair is not a fantasy book. The beautiful young daughter of a wealthy family is robbed of her money and jewels, and she herself disappears soon after. A young man fleeing a band of murderous hobos becomes the target of a lynch mob. The style and genius with which all these bizarre elements are connected bears the unmistakable trademark of Edgar Rice Burroughs, the world-famous author of adventure fiction. So Frazetta did a lot of artwork for the Burroughs family and a lot of those books, so he's associated with a lot of that stuff. Original story 1918. Very cool. Nice paperback. 70s era. Frazetta cover. $3. Alright, last few seconds. Alright, the ERB. Alright, up next. Stack in the middle. Fearful Symmetry. Morag Joss. Light wear on the spine. A new exciting talent in British crime writing. In a city of beauty and history. Oh, it's got a little history here. A little night murder is being composed. Cellist Sarah Selkirk, Bath is home, now invaded by unbearably sexy Hungarian composer and his unheralded protege who's scoring an opera for a local company. Alright, sounds like a murder in the orchestra section. There you go. Book's in real nice shape. Again, light wear on the spine. And yeah, nice little first print from 1999. Gently read. $3, 20 seconds. I am still participating in the good old rewards program here on Whatnot. So your first purchase gets you that first reward. You don't got to buy $100 worth of stuff and watch for 9 hours. Your first purchase gets you a reward right away. All right, here's another brand new book, Dead Right, a forensic handwriting mystery. Spine is clean. Sheila Lowe, author of Written in Blood. Claudia heads to the Big Apple at the behest of Grusha Olenetsky, the notorious founder of an elite dating service whose members are mysteriously dying. LAPD, blah blah blah, suspects Grusha herself is in trouble. Alright, it is It does feel brand new. It is missing a little corner here. Had a little corner accident somewhere. The page behind it's fine. Doesn't even look nicked. But lost that corner there. Let's do it for $1. Last few seconds. All right. Thanks for checking that one out. Lots of cool stuff. All right, here's another one. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. You know what that means. Sherlock. A Study in Scarlet and the Sign of Four. Both authorized editions. Little chip down here on the bottom. This is a nice vintage one. F798. Two classics. The first meeting between Watson and Holmes. Some tanning on the back. We do have the scarlet around the outside edges. We do have a tear on the cover. Okay. The separation about maybe 2/3 of the way down. And then we got it right there. So presents well, but definitely a slit right there. Study in Scarlet, Sign of Four, $1. Great reader copy, classic vintage paperback. Live and Let Die, what's up? That would make a great name for a song. Alright, I'm going to run this one. I showed this at the beginning of the show. The Great Whodunit collection. It is a 6-book collection with the slipcase. Alright, don't let the illustrations fool you. It's not a kid's book. This book 1, Hi Conrad, Whodunit, You Decide. Many mysteries for you to solve. Alright. So these are like 3-page stories, and you're given evidence, and then you have to decide who was guilty, who was the murderer, who stole the diamonds, whatever the case is. That's book 1. Book 2, 5-Minute Whodunits by Stan Smith. Same thing, 23 puzzles in this book. Baffling Whodunit Puzzles, Dr. Quicksolve Mini Mysteries by Jim Suckich. Sorry about that last name. Baffling Whodunit Puzzles. The next one is another Dr. Quicksolve's Mini Mysteries, also by Jim, with illustrations. All these feel brand new. I don't think they got through this, so it is used, but barely. Great Quicksolve Whodunit Puzzles. Again, everything is illustrated. Lots of illustrations in here, all black and white. Tells you where the solution is. It's on page 94, etc. And book 6, Challenging Mini Mysteries. All right, very cool. Kind of a different take on it, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books plus the slipcase. So let me just change the weight on this one. Definitely in that 1 to 2 pound range. It will go medium mail and $6, 6 books. Let's do $10 for the whole thing. This would kind of be a neat gift for somebody. All right. Thanks for checking that out. Yeah, this is kind of neat. I was very happy to find this one. Okay. There it is. The Great Whodunit collection. Keep that over there. Let's hit this middle section now. For tonight, next, Kay Hooper's Haven. An intricate, complicated story, plenty of twists and turns, a Bishop Special Crimes Unit novel. Kay Hooper, light crease on the spine. Looks in nice shape. Pages are nice and clean. Yeah, nice. Kay Hooper, Haven. Hold on a sec. Forgot to change that weight back. $3.20. Up and running. Reading Nook, good to see ya. G Babies, good to see ya. Live, good to see you too. Thank you. All right. Next, we got the Mario Puzo. We'll do a mob twofer right here. Mario Puzo, Omerta. Another mob book from the one and only Mario Puzo. Brand new. No creasing. Spine is tight. And let's throw in, you might be familiar with Prizzy's Honor. Here is Prizzy's Family. Richard Condon. A little chipping down there on the bottom. Spine is clean though. Alright. But let's do a mob twofer. The mob twofer right there. Mario Puzo and Prizzy's Family. Let's do $5 for both of them. That's a great deal right there. Let that one run for 30. Brad, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm Chris. It's the Cool and Common stream. I do a book show every week on Whatnot. Every week it is a different genre of books. This week, murder, mystery, and suspense. Next week, what's up next week? I think it's next week should be fantasy. The following week is horror. The following week is sci-fi. I do a monthly kids book show. So there's always something going on here book-wise. So thanks for stopping in. If you like books, give me a follow. Throw down some bookmarks on my book shows. I also do sell some other cool stuff here. So thanks for stopping in. All right, another Corinne Holt Sawyer book, The Geezer Factory Murders. This one is brand spanking new. Nice and clean, a little wear, a little rubbing wear here on the back. Just from storage. Pages are nice and white, little light tanning on the inside covers, but nice clean book. Corinne Holt Sawyer, The Geezer Factory Murders. $3. Oh, wait, sorry. That's the wrong weight. I'll run it one more time at the lighter weight. I had this in at the two book weight. It's a little bit too much. Okay, let's try that again. The Corinne Holt Sawyer book, The Geezer Factory Murders. Let me get the proper weight. There we go. There we go. $3. Up and running. Last few seconds. All right. Thanks for checking that one out. This is another nice Real nice book here. Portrait in Smoke and Tooth and Nail, Bill Ballinger. 2 complete mysteries in one book. Brand new. Light tanning on the inside. I mean, I can't even open it up. It's that tight. It's very good. Like new. November 93, first print. Very cool. Oh, there's a reason I put that glass skull there. There you go. 2 books. Keeping it at the 1 book price. Okay, thanks for checking that one out. The Corinne Holt Sawyer. The J. Alfred Prufrock murders. $3, 15 seconds on that one. Indigo, what's up? Good to see you. All right. Next, another brand new looking book. Helen McInnes, Ride a Pale Horse. She was a reporter working on the story of a lifetime, but the price could be her life. When Karen Cornell, a beautiful journalist on assignment in Czechoslovakia, agrees to help a would-be defector by carrying top-secret documents to Washington, she's pulled into an astonishing web of terrorism, political assassination, blackmail, espionage, and treason in the highest levels of both superpowers. One false move could cost Karen her life and throw the world into violent war. There you go. Brand new book. $3, 15 seconds for your consideration. Jen, good to see you. Lexi, hello. All right, put Helen over here. The Burla Papers, another international espionage. Goes along good with Ride a Pale Horse, I think. The Scandalous Secret Diaries of a Monstrous Russian Tyrant. Alan Williams. A masterpiece of sexual and political scandal. A literary hoax is the steaming secret diary of Lavrenti Pavlovich Beria. It is on an uncanny American publisher and to watch the payment of the asking price of $3 million. Very cool. Looks in nice shape. Another international story of espionage, the Burla Papers. $3, 15 seconds, right, up and running.
And we're putting him up against Intuit Intelligence in QuickBooks to see who's got the edge. Diego, how long have you owned the restaurant? I've been operating for 12 years now. Nice, a seasoned pro. Now let's try a harder one. What are your average monthly expenses? Give or take about $60,000 a month. Okay. That's a solid estimate.
And then here's the James Bond. Let's do a big old James Bond bundle. See if anybody wants it. All right, John Gardner. These are the John Gardner James Bond books. All right, they've all got some wear on them. Little wear, little creasing. First one, James Bond in Broken Claw. Number 2, James Bond, Win, Lose, or Die. John Gardner. Oh, look, he's the author of Broken Claw. All right, again, same type of condition, little corner nick there, some wear. Mr. Bond in No Deals, Mr. Bond. John Gardner. Getting some light wear. Light wear, light creasing. Same initials on the inside book, JDS. John Gardner, James Bond for Special Services. Wonder if they'll make these into some movies. I know I still haven't heard anything about who the new definitive about who the new James Bond is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5. Scorpius, John Gardner. And they've all got some wear. This one's got stamps on the outside. But still, pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Mr. Bond. 5 Bond books. 5 times 3 is 15. Let's call it 5 times 2 is 10. Let's meet it around 12. How's that sound? Let that go. About 30 seconds. Let you think about that for half a minute while I take a sip of water. All right. Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Alrighty. Very good. All right, let's do some of the vintage. Let's do some of the vintage. If anybody wants me to take these out of the bags, I'm more than happy to do so. But to start, 1952. My Name is Michael Sibley by John Bingham. Very nice. I got $8 on this one. Oh, I'll just take them out of the bags. Why not? All right. Real nice shape. Does have a little bit of a curve to it. A little bit of a curve there. My Name is Michael Sibley. 1952. Oh, let me get the correct weight. Pardon me. 8 on this one. Nice little deal. 57 Chevy. What is shaking? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're getting some good books and some good deals. Hopefully, maybe you'll get 1 or 2 here. Who knows? Last few seconds on Michael Sibley. All right. Love the pulp covers. Love the pulp covers. Get this nice and neatly back in here. All right, next, let's open this one up. This one also has a little curve to it. 1953, a couple of separated pages. On this Dell, the unknown quantity, a killer, shared the secret of her strange marriage. And again, it's got a little curve, a little zippity-doo, some separated pages in here. Okay, all the pages are there. Page 98, page 99, but there is separation. And it is 1953, Dell Mystery. So we're not doing this one for 8 or 5. We'll just run it for $3. Nice little 1953 paperback, all the same. All right, thanks for checking that one out. All right, I think I'm going to do a little speed run through the rest of these, just because I can. All right, so here we go. If you see anything you like, let me know in the chat. I'll be happy to show it to you. The Big Boodle Murder Mystery by Robert Sylvester. Bag of Money, swarthy looking guy, hot chick. Winner Take It All by James McKimmey. Hot chick on the cover. Playing roulette. Reno. The games are legit. It's the women you gotta watch, especially one named Linda. Oh my. Southern Territory, a novel about traveling salesmen. Alistair MacLean, Puppet on a Chain, now an exciting motion picture. Another handful left. For Murder for Free by J.L. Potter. Chicago Paperback House. Love this cover. Bedrooms Have Windows. A Donald Lamb Bertha Cool mystery. Beautiful, but being watched by someone. Earl Stanley Gardner on that one. The Sleeper, Holly Roth. A little bit of a bondage cover going on there. And Innocent Madam, Eleanor Brown. All vintage stuff, all 50s. And the last two, I think we'll stop after these last two. The U.S. Secret Service and a nice little vintage Ellery Queen, Drury Lane's Last Case. The Terrified Girl with the Terrible Secret. All right. So there you go. And these were the other two, original two we looked at. The Unknown Quantity and My Name is Michael Sibley. All right. Any interest in that? Let me know in the chat. All right. I'll do a quick pan of what we looked at. And I'm going to ask for last call. We got last call on the Cool and Common stream. All right. These books I didn't get to yet, but if you want to see them, let me know. We got Death Wish, I Spy, A Death in Eden, 13 Reasons Why, the complete Sherlock Holmes movie DVD collection, Barry Gifford's Night People, The ESP Affair, The Hound of the Baskervilles, Elmore Leonard's, which one is that? Let me see. La Brava, Elmore Leonard, Tana French, The Witch Elm, Jeffrey Devers, The Skin Collector. There's that Ellery Queen I was talking about earlier, the Masters of Mystery series. Ellery Queen, nice one. Here's those James Bonds we looked at. Here's all the vintage we looked at. There's the Great Whodunit collection, and if you were here, you saw those. So, all right, that is the stack, my friends. All right. So last call. Let me see. All right. Any interest in any of those? Let me know in the chat. Let me check for pre-bids just in case anybody popped in there. All right. There we go. All right, my friends. Well, another fun time here on Whatnot. Checking out all the cool stuff with the Murder Mystery Crystal Skull. Hey, I want to thank everybody who stopped in, said hello, checked out the store. Really appreciate it. And my friends, until next time, keep it cool, keep it common, keep it collected. We'll see you right here next time. Next show will be Saturday night, this coming Saturday night, comic books. All right, see you guys then.